We're Colin and Justin, and your home has just been heisted!
You're digging your own grave, Graham!
You've been officially apprehended.
That is really one of the worst combinations of colours I have ever seen put together.
She said it's tacky.
Designers Colin and Justin are once again on the hunt for style offenders far and wide.
This looks suspect, doesn't it?
No evidence of bad taste will be overlooked.
Is this it? Oh.
And right now they're investigating their latest home in need of a heist.
What?
Oh, not a good first impression coming out of the kitchen.
Kids' playroom, is it?
Whoever lives in this house clearly doesn't like to do the washing up.
Baby, what about these handles? Dungeon chic.
Onwards and upwards, love, onwards and upwards. Oh, blimey. Multicoloured sofa fiesta.
I know who lives here. Prince.
What's going on with the washing line up here at the windows? Am I planning to do a wash and hang out my smalls in the middle of the living room?
Is that paint or is it dandruff?
That's a bottom blizzard.
Oh my God, bum rough. Listen, should we ambush this couple right now? Take all of their mini sofas.
Our musical-loving homeowners, Angie and Carson, are off with their kids to a matinee. But Colin and Justin have cast the villain of this tale as their bad taste furniture.
We've come down to this incredible little theatre smack dab in the centre of the town, and our guys have no idea whatsoever that their furniture has been plucked from their horrible home and assembled right here.
Places, everyone! Carton!
Mama mi moo.
Oh, it looks like they might have spotted the deliberate mistake on stage.
Welcome to Home Alone, the musical.
Angie!
And Carson.
We're Colin and Justin, and your home has just been heisted!
Come up here, you mucky pups. Come on.
Darlings, this furniture is a tragedy of Shakespearean proportions. We couldn't recreate your textured tan walls.
They're pretty sad.
Sad? They're on Prozac. Oh, yeah, he said, please help my mum and dad. And oh, he says, don't mention the kitchen.
Oh, dear. And what about you, little fella? What do you think of the house?
It has all my toys.
All his toys. Is your house a little bit messy?
No, we cleaned it all up.
Oh, hold on. What we saw was the tidied up version.
Should we go back to your house? What do you reckon?
We have to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bow to the audience.
Big
My
bow.
lovelies. Darling, in the words of the theatre, I'm thinking exit. Stage right.
There were our homeowners, with faces like the world had just come to an end. Shock, horror.
I see bad taste.
And I saw my big rich hair and I was like, oh my God, what are they doing to us?
And then Colin and Justin popped out and
Wow.
surprised us.
We're in shock right now.
I see style-free people.
In September, we'll be married for 7 years. And we have 2 little boys, Rylan, who's 4.5, and Reese, who's just turned a year. Because of having the boys, we didn't really get around to as many things as we thought we would. And the toys have completely taken over the kitchen. My style, I guess, is very shabby chic.
Shabby grandmother. Things like the table she created, the chandelier she made in the bedroom, the drapes, all things that I just absolutely would never have seen being in my house.
Go get your toys. He likes very modern, very clean lines.
Angie was not really a big fan of my design choice in the bedroom. I wanted to keep it nice and calm and neutral, somewhere to just go and relax.
He calls it streamlined. I call it boring. We're very opposite.
Come on, chaps. Is this the kitchen or is it a kid's room?
Say
It's
kitchen, kids' room. It's both.
Who rules who?
the kids rule
kids
right
rule the
now,
house
but we
right
want
now.
to take back over.
Can you actually function in there?
No.
That is a challenge.
It's a small kitchen. This breaks up all the eye line, and then you're free to actually enjoy this beautiful design.
Well, we know that there's a lot more bad taste in your living room, and it's time to tell the truth and shame the devil. Is it the lemon meringue ceiling, or is it the scary Roman toga curtains at the back that are my least favourite element of this room?
No, is it your colour choice on the wall? I'm thinking the worst nappy ever. And that table, meanwhile.
I did that.
What?
Very much.
This is a classic example of where Angie and I's tastes differ.
Ah, am I right in saying that we're seeing a domestic dispute?
You're both as bad as each other. Shall we go to the bedroom?
Shall we have a little look?
They destroyed my poor little side table that I made, and I worked very hard on that.
I am not going to miss that table in the slightest. I was pretty happy with that decision.
Sometimes you see couples that make a real attempt to inject a bit of colour, a bit of personality and a bit of flair. But what have we got here? Poor-coloured walls, beige sofas and a messy, dull kitchen. It's probably one of the blandest homes that we've ever seen, and for a young family, that sits so uncomfortably with me.
Now, chaps, this is an odd one.
Well, I have to say that I blame the bedroom entirely on my husband.
Ah!
Because this was all his idea.
The bed is massive, and it's taken up all the space, which is why you've kind of done the kind of pedestrian thing and just pushed it into the corner. Do you know, I think we're safe to say that there's some serious decorating dilemmas here that have to be sorted out.
The good news is, yes, we are doing your house, but the bad news is that you guys don't get to make any further decisions. May we have your house keys, please?
Come on.
Yes.
You sure? You sure?
What a tiny little bunch of keys. And all this bad taste. What a great big battle ahead, Colin.
Fantastic.
And one
Love
more.
and hugs.
Time to pep up Angie and Carson's bland abode. So Colin and Justin hit their design studio to overhaul all that boring boho.
I find this really bizarre. Do you know, Angie and Carson, a young couple, but they're living in a place that looks like a crisis relief centre. These guys' decor is old before its time.
I mean, they're looking for something that, sure, is casual, but is a bit more modern as well. You've got to be very, very family friendly.
Contemporary casual, though.
Yeah,
Contemporary casual.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Contemporary casual.
Contemporary casual.
Nice, family friendly, fun, and good use of space. Now, kitchen dining. I think sometimes you can be too open concept, you know, especially with kids around. You need a bit of a wall just to keep the dishes out of sight.
So why don't we take this part away and leave that section there, and all of a sudden you've pursued that massive, glorious eye line.
The colour scheme, I'm thinking that blue and white, really safe. For the boys, there are 3 boys in that house, you know, that we have to convince that interior design is a good thing. So let's go for that.
Okay. Let's further pursue the filling of space by having a connecting floor going all the way throughout that downstairs zone. Because the look is fairly pattern-free, we can go for a really dramatic floor that'll cover a million sins.
It's very family friendly, isn't it?
Okay, so if we're going to leave this area here completely clear of cabinets, we need to replace the lost area of worktop down there.
I mean, the configuration doesn't work for me. I mean, we had to move the cooker down there and then do something about this stair riser and get some kids' toy storage in that corner.
Perfect.
And when we're talking about worktops, you know, something that's very family friendly, it's going to resist everything that the hardest hardcore family can throw at it, but still look glamorous. I think we should go for black stone.
Oh, it's just such a lovely contrast, that gorgeous dramatic black and this really sensual satin blue. Let's position that on our floating accent wall.
And we lose the pedestrian white appliances.
Okay.
Go for shiny stainless steel.
Moving into the living room, let's pick up on the tone that we've chosen for the kitchen cabinetry,
Yeah.
and then paint all the other walls pure, crisp white.
Okay, let me see that blue. Yeah, see, it's going to tone in perfectly with this. Why don't we find this fabric in that colour and use that for a wall of curtaining?
Okay, so we go for pattern for Angie, colour for the boys. Both genders love exactly what's going on.
Okay.
Sofas. Let's rework the ones that they already have. Classic white covers, and then snapping it together with upholstery.
Okay, if we've taken these walls out here, you know, we kind of lack focus in this space. So I think we need to establish a focal point by putting a credenza here with a floating television above.
Okay.
It's also a wee bit light and bright and airy, you know, maybe we need something to ground it a bit more. So we should get some dark timber in there, you know, maybe in occasional tables, maybe even in the dining area.
Okay. I think we need some really clever display storage in this zone here. A sequence of elegant floating shelves. Let's go for white dining chairs, slip covers in that lovely graphic fabric.
See, I like that because if we've got slip covers on them, then it's quite kind of casual. But at the same time, it's still going to be very contemporary. I present to you the most boring bedroom in the world. Baby, they need something that is still contemporary, still casual, but has a slightly escapist edge. And I was thinking that we go for something Balinese.
When I think of that kind of backdrop, I think of lush, rich, verdant greenery, gorgeous countryside. Kermit the Frog, here we go. Eat your heart out. Imagine that on every single wall.
Let's break up the green with the bed. We'll use a lot of white there so there's relief from the colour.
How about we have timber faux finished skirting boards, timber faux finished crown molding, so you've got a lovely framework.
Do a really nice big timber headboard, matching bedside companions. Then there's only one thing missing. Palm trees.
Many of, please.
Fantastic.
Can Cheryl find it in 6 days? Can our builders pull it off for us? Only one way to find out. Cheryl! Morning, everybody.
Oh, darlings, how are
Morning,
you?
boys.
Are you ready for this?
I don't think.
Are you ready for the invasion
One
to
says yes,
commence?
one says no. Meanwhile, who are these? Team Bowie. Who are you guys?
Are you all ready? Are you ready for some action?
Little
Yes! Baby, who are these people?
They're our friends and family, here to make sure you guys do a good job.
Well, darling, what do you say that we just get in there and get started?
Let's get ready to renovate.
This is Angie's mom. Look at her, she's gorgeous, young and fabulous. You're going to rejuvenate this home, aren't you?
Awesome.
Fantastic, darlings. What about, I reckon you should have the first swing.
Let's go, baby.
The crew might be outnumbered by the reinforcements, but with the scale of this job and the short time frame to complete, will even this workforce be enough?
So our family was just ecstatic to be able to get in there and get their hands dirty, rip down tiles. They were very excited. I'm sure they'll be talking about it for years to come.
It's fantastic. You know, it really bolsters everyone's spirit, our team as well, to see actually our homeowners get so involved.
Right, Graham, I want you to think with me for a minute. Think Baywatch. Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, I got it.
I want
I hear
the
you.
ceiling here to be as smooth as Pamela Anderson's boobies.
I got it.
Silky smooth all the way across. Tell me if you've got any concerns. No.
Just I haven't touched Pamela Anderson's boobs. So I don't know how smooth they are.
Now, baby, like Carson and Angie, you know, contemporary, casual is the kind of look for them, you know.
I like the sounds of that.
You know, the plan is to obviously kind of like open concept.
Yeah.
Okay, and I
As much
think
as we can
Brian's on
anyways.
top of that. I need you to find a fabric like this. Do like a whole wall of curtaining.
Okay.
All we're asking you to do is to smooth the ceilings throughout the project, okay? To get rid of this crazy Artex, as we call it in Great Britain. The flooring that we've chosen is a compound resin strip flooring. It's designed to look like woodwork. It'll take out all manner of kind of floor imperfections. So that flooring's going to run all the way from there, through here, and into the kitchen and beyond.
Sounds simple enough, but why stop there? The boys are going demolition crazy and drop a spot of previously unplanned work on their unsuspecting crew.
We need you to take this wall down, okay? All right, take this out completely. And then the kitchen's going to start from beyond this wall in the hallway. So a couple of things happen. A, the space enlarges.
Yeah.
B, we problem solve and find somewhere to sink the fridge freezer that has a better relationship to the rest of the space.
So it sounds like Colin's got the short straw. Can he sell the new plan to Cheryl?
I'm saving the best news for last.
What? I don't like that look.
No, I'm kind of doing you a favour. Don't order the kitchen yet.
Sorry, it's done.
Don't open any of the packets. We decided to change all of this, and if you could see what's going on behind that door right now. You see that we've actually taken this wall out as well.
Somebody open that door right now.
It looks better.
What the hell did you guys do?
Have a look. Doesn't it look so much better?
No.
What you need to do is go through every single paggy here and make sure they're here and then see what's missing.
I gotta get Brian to do it. I'm not doing it.
Right, chaps, follow me, please. Without further ado, we have to give you some news. Now, the news is kind of good. You're lovely parents and you've got gorgeous children, but your house is littered with design crimes.
Crime number one, you stand accused of having a kiddie kitchen. Way too small for you guys to actually properly function in, and it's full of toys as well.
Now, crime number two is that you guys have the most boring bedroom in the history of bedrooms.
Yeah,
We're
baby.
changing
You
all
in the
of that.
bedroom. Now, do you know what these are?
Yeah! This is your teacher minutes.
Oh, darling, you're tragically unhip. Darling, let's lose the tragedy.
Day 2, and who knew removing gland would be this much work? Knocking through the living room to the kitchen has meant relaying all the wiring that was behind the dividing wall under the floor.
It's gonna be a busy day. We've got Tim patching up all the holes that were existing in these walls. We've got drywall in the ceiling. Now, I'm kind of okay with this whole idea of changing the kitchen plan. Now, it is gonna cost me a couple $100 to actually get a pantry, but you know what? It's gonna work out in the end. It's gonna be a busy day. I have a lot to order. Things are falling. I have to get out of here.
Well, it's day 2 of the Reno, and Carson and Angie's home is undergoing the kind of transformation that they and their lovely brood deserve.
Absolutely, and I promise you one thing right now. No more surprises for Cheryl. Morning, all. Graham. What's going on with your hair? Look at this.
Here we go, eh? Get it cut and they still get at me. Get on me.
What's all this?
Is that sweat? And Cheryl, what have I told you about flat shoes?
I hurt my back.
I need you in stilettos at all times, ladies. Sorry, love, we're off to the bedroom.
Glad to see you.
Time for a catch-up with Angie and Carson.
Meanwhile,
Well, it's not beige.
it's not beige.
Right? I guess I just imagined the room more like romantic and dark.
Okay, so this is just our base.
It's fun. It's just a lot brighter than I expected, but you know.
But the good news is you get 3 walls to paint.
Oh,
so there's
good.
a lot of time for you to bond
Wonderful.
with this
All
colour.
right. The bedroom, as you'll notice, is exactly the same color as the dumpster behind me, which is a little startling, I must say. Perhaps I should have mentioned that my least favorite color is green.
Unworried at the moment by Angie's aversion to that colour, Colin and Justin's priority is to help her and Carson cut out the chaos in their kitchen.
Now, you're probably wondering why we've brought you to a preschool kids day centre. Now, it's all going to become thoroughly clear because you guys have a major crime in your home.
You know, I mean, our problem with your kitchen is just way too small and we think it's impractical. And to illustrate that, we're going to issue you with a very small task. Justin and I would quite like to have a tomato and ham sandwich. Come on, look at that lovely couple. Glasses are there, plates are there.
Well, this is nearly impossible.
I'll come round there and see if I can just get by.
2 kids running round as
Oh,
well.
How are you coping?
I want that there.
Lesson, I guess, was that there's way too much chaos going on. There's too many kids' toys where they don't belong. Just way too many things happening in there.
chaotic. We need to find a way that their kitchen can be made to be much more slick, much more effective, and feel much, much larger. And that, while it was silly, was just to show them what we need to do.
That kitchen caper has established the need to restore order. So the solution? Some inspirational ideas for planning big ambitions in a small space.
I reckon it's time to divide and conquer in the name of the compact kitchen.
Fantastic. Well, you take Carson.
Okay.
And I'll take Angie.
Here we go.
Now, Team Angie, how to make the most of your kitchen. Because your kitchen is just so criminally small and so ill-equipped, but there are so many things that you can actually do to make your kitchen feel so much larger. I mean, starting off with cooking, integrated appliances are incredible, you know, because you actually keep all of your kind of cooking in one area, you know, so you don't tend to spread out all over the room.
That does seem like a much better idea than what we had.
What you see when you look in here, you see lots of solutions. Simple stuff like a reflective floor, okay? Light is now bouncing around the room. Really glossy granite worktops. Cabinetry such as this, where you can actually see through, gives you the illusion of more space.
Now, another thing you can do to make your kitchen feel so much larger is to obviously use every inch of wall space. These aren't as deep as normal, you know, they're actually only half depth. And the thing to do with those is to put them floor to ceiling, crown them at the top, so you get loads of storage.
Lighting, too, is another great way. If you flood your space with lighting, under cabinet floodlight, perfect task lighting, so when you're chopping, you've got more and more light spread around. Really good casts of overhead lighting here as well.
Are you now attuned with what makes a good kitchen?
Yes, you showed me some very good ideas.
Anything that's built in will always make your space get bigger. And if you can gain a few inches here and there, you'll feel all the better for it. Do you guys feel you've learned anything?
Yeah, definitely.
I really think we did.
Angie, he was almost enthusiastic.
So I learned from this lesson that there are a lot of things we can do to make our small kitchen work, and there's also a lot of things we were doing wrong.
If we ever do move or the family gets a little bigger, of what we can do if we come into another store like this, we know what we can look for.
Still tragically unhip, but maybe getting closer to being hip. What do you
Step by
think?
step. I think we'll leave them sitting on the ledge for the moment while we pass judgment.
Oh, look, two little homeowners sitting on a branch.
Day 3, and the crew hurry to prepare the ground for the arrival of Colin and Justin's connecting floor. And work is all about the wood, the cabinetry that will help store all those toys, and staining the faux finish that will give the bedroom its Balinese look.
Knock, knock. Oh, missing a door.
Hey, sure.
How's it going?
Good, hey, sure.
Wow, this looks really different. And you've got the trim on here.
Yeah, we beefed it up by adding on the doorstop, and so this is actual wall that we've just smoothed out.
See, that's a great trip because you can actually give the illusion of having really big baseboards
Exactly.
without having to rip these off. It's gonna look great.
Yeah, it's great. And we did the same thing with the crown up top.
Yeah. Looks great, guys. Thank you.
Well, it's going to be a busy day in the house today. We've got a little bit of special painting going on. I've got some things for the painters to do a wood grain. Carpenters have to get the subfloor down. And once we get that done, we'll be ready to do some painting.
That could be wishful thinking. Inside, Graham's taken delivery of the new floor.
Holy.
Intended to give continuity on the ground floor, the only thing it's creating at the moment is a headache.
Cheryl! You gotta come and look at something. This is kind of creepy. Is this the floor?
Should be. Why?
Well, because it looks a little weird. Look at that. That's the same piece.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let me just check something. Do you have the code there? Indonesian ash.
Design number. VGW
VGW.
45T.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the right one. But this is not what Colin and Justin usually specify.
Because it says right here it's a highly distinctive design and you must shuffle the pieces. So
What is
do we
this,
have to-
cards? Doesn't look right.
No.
Maybe you didn't shuffle them.
Yeah, I don't think you shuffled them well enough.
We should install them like this, it'll look better.
Hey, Colin, listen. We just opened the boxes of the vinyl flooring, and we're not really sure about the pattern. It's really random. There's about 6 different patterns. Okay, thanks. Bye. Graham, I don't want any of the pieces actually installed until I see them. Like, I want to dry fit them in the kitchen first. We'll put out 6 pieces at a time, and I just want to prove it, and then you can go into that space and install it.
Are you nuts? We'll wing
No,
it.
if we wing it and it doesn't look right and it looks like who's gonna get blamed? You. So I'm trying to save your ass.
It always happens, so who cares? Let's just do it.
It definitely has to be planned out because there's so many different patterns and you can't have the same pattern beside each other. Otherwise, it won't work with the randomness. So he's just gonna have to just do it right.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time. The glue's down. Half the house is glued. So, in half an hour it sets up and then we install the floor. So I'm not waiting around and planning anything. It's crazy.
You're digging your own grave, Graham.
Well, you can't say he hasn't been warned. In the meantime, Cheryl has another set of opinions to negotiate.
Hold my hands. Hopefully you won't fall because this is your house and you should know the layout. All right, now open your eyes. Honest reactions.
Oh my. That's,
What do you mean, oh my? I really like it.
I'm not so sure, I gotta be honest.
Really? Why? What is
It's
it?
a little startling. I think maybe I'll like it when it's down and mostly covered by furniture.
With the floor flopping badly, there's even less hope for that Kermit-coloured bedroom.
So we went with green walls. Careful.
Yes,
wet,
we did.
Wet, wet. Oh, wet.
I don't want to get wet.
And we're actually painting all of your trim, sort of a faux wood that's going to be going with other things that are placed in this room?
All right. Well, the green I saw because I did help a little bit with that, but the brown, yeah, I'm not so sure about the brown. They made fun of our walls saying they look like the inside of a diaper, and then they give us this. That just makes no sense to me. Is that what like green and brown? Like, what is it, 1965?
Okay, I don't want you to look at this anymore because
Me
you're
either.
just gonna...
It's okay. I'm happy to leave.
I don't want you to cry. Just trust us.
I'll try.
Oh my God, poor you.
I can honestly say I've never been so happy my father-in-law's a painter before. Because that brown is awful. That is really one of the worst combinations of colors I have ever seen put together. I'm really wondering what is going on. Like, is this some kind of a joke?
Colin and Justin, listen, Angie hates green, and she also hates the floor.
Tim's ropes the homeowners into helping him with a cheaper alternative to custom cabinets.
If I could get you guys to give me a hand, we just have a ton of cabinet doors that are going to be in your brand new kitchen.
If it's only colour that's putting you off a shop-bought kitchen, paint it yourself. And at least it's not green, right?
What do you think?
It's kind of the color I had in my room when I was like 7.
I don't see at all how that color cabinet is going to match the floor.
Happily, there's no complaints about the job itself. Using a paint roller instead of a spray might seem like more work, but as there's no taping and masking needed, it's actually quicker. Well, there could be worse ways to spend an hour. With Angie and Carson on Reno duty, guess who's been left holding their babies?
Oh, this bench.
Direct sunlight.
Right, let's have a little
It's
rest
not
here.
good
Turn
for
this
the
round.
enfant.
And pop these back.
Where are you? We've
How
arrived.
are you doing? We've arrived at our destination.
Oh, darling, shall I
Hold
get
on.
you out?
Somebody's done something in their little diaper. Have you done something in your diaper, little fella? Was it you?
He was weak.
Could you change his diaper? Oh, come back! Oh, hold on, Colin. Go and get this little boy. Come back!
Yeah.
Look, careful.
Watch that road. Are you coming out?
Careful.
It doesn't smell that bad, actually. Oh.
Right, you come back here this way.
It smells as fresh as a baby. Hallelujah!
How do you cope with
You
two
stand
children
up.
when you're trying to do a diaper change with one and the other one wants to be an Olympic runner?
Just stick to the design, boys. As day 4 begins, Cheryl's also got her hands full.
I'm good. Listen, I want to know if you could put a couple of things aside for me. Yeah, and I'll have someone pick them up in the afternoon. So I need 16 yards of white cotton lining.
Introducing pattern into the design means hours on the phone trying to find the right seamstress to run up the living room curtains in just 2 days.
Awesome, thanks, bye.
At the house, the controversial floor is taking shape. And Cheryl's day is getting busier. Despite the homeowner's resistance to the blue Colin and Justin have chosen, she's got to find a matching carpet for the dining room.
So today I'm shopping for area rugs for Angie and Carson's casual contemporary living room design. Now, the guys have specified this soft blue. Okay, I've got my inspiration here. How about this one? Color works, but I don't think I want a shag. These are all patterned. That's not gonna work. Lots of blue. What's that little lonely one? Little lonely piece here. That actually might work. Let me see. Here, if I can get this in a 7x9 piece and an 80-inch circular rug, I'd be really happy. Excuse me.
Now, kid-free, the boys are back to doing what they do best, although it still spells trouble.
Well, here we are, mid-Reno. We're running just a wee tad late today, which is probably for the best, actually, because we've heard that all is not good in the House of Boy.
3 main problems: the woodwork trim, the colour of the walls in the bedroom, and also the flooring throughout the rest of the project. So, looks like we're going to have a little bit of explaining to do. Meanwhile, doubting Thomas and doubting Thomasina.
Oh, hands on the tragically unhit.
Boys, look sharp. I think you're about to get a taste of why I'm so quiet.
I am not happy.
About what?
Are you kidding me with that trim color in the bedroom? I did not know you guys were tacky, and I am not impressed.
Dear.
Oh, dear.
What can you say to that, then, love?
My father-in-law's a painter, and he can fix that trim if it looks horrible in the end.
That's a show of faith.
And that's all I have
We can
to
paint
say.
over it, love, if I don't like it.
How about the floor in the living room?
The floor doesn't even matter. The floor is fantastic in comparison to that trim.
In comparison.
The floor's supposed to be random, as you say.
And why are we taking style counsel from a woman in a pair of slippers?
Excuse me, these shoes are hot.
All right, I'll take advice from Colin, but I'm not taking advice from Liberace here today.
Hey!
Let's go.
Now, come on, guys, look at my lovely team. Hello, lovely
Cheryl.
team.
Hey, guys.
What's wrong with that?
It's very random. I don't
But
know.
it's supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to be kind of rustic.
Look, when there's furniture covering most of it, I think I'll like it.
Shall we look at the bedroom?
No, I don't think you want to take me in there.
Right, come on, darlings, now walk in here right now. Follow me in here. What's wrong with this?
Yeah, I don't think I really want to be in here. I will say one thing, though. You are a lot older than me. So I know if you don't understand current hip design.
Oh, it's like a knife going through his heart.
Does somebody say, where's the smelling salts?
You put up with that kitchen for 4 years, and you're not even giving this a chance.
All right, I'm gonna just not come back in here till it's done because I can't stand to be in here anymore with it looking like this. But hopefully, you guys can transform.
Go on then.
Hopes for the hopeless.
Go, leave now then, don't come back. Go on.
It's okay, I don't want to be in here anymore.
She said the two bad things, didn't she?
She said, A, we're older than her. And then,
Oh, no, please don't say it. Don't
And
say
then-
it. Please, no, please don't say the word again.
she said it's tacky. Do you know when you trust somebody and you have a really high expectation of them and they just suddenly do something to let you down and you just feel really let down? Well, sometimes you just got to get to terms with it and kind of gloss over it. But she's in trouble.
Day 5 and the floating wall has now acquired the aqua accent that will be picked out throughout the living room and kitchen, where Graham is now installing the homeowner's earlier handiwork. In the bedroom, Angie's tacky trim is taking a turn for the better as the colour is layered on.
It is as easy as it looks. All I did was mixed up a base coat of one color and a semi-gloss. Then I mixed up a darker coat right here that I'm applying with a sponge. Thinned it down a little bit with Varathane. Smear it on with a sponge. And then I dust it back with a brush, and it gives it nice little choppy bits to make the wood look more real.
Having successfully customised the kitchen, the crew turn their attention to the minimalist credenza the boys have bought second hand. It and these chrome kitchen appliances will lend a contemporary edge to the design. But although they've covered up Angie and Carson's design crimes, the boys must still deal with the couple's bad taste.
Meanwhile,
Blimey.
you know, that house is absolutely criminal.
I feel a wee bit of designer punishment coming on. That puts me in the mood for a lesson.
Come on, bad taste walking.
You've been officially apprehended.
Go on, in you go. Follow that man.
No wonder your heads are hung in shame.
Cuff them, Officer Ryan.
Now, chaps, you think you know all about calming oasis. Well, we're about to show you the error of your designer ways.
Here you go. In.
Hey, it's just like home.
It's just like home. You know, there are some people whose houses are so bad that they deserve to be incarcerated.
So as designer punishment, we're going to lock you up for 2 hours. Enjoy. Lock him up and throw away the key.
Well, we might as well make the best of our time.
Oh, this is hard.
I've got no jokes for this situation.
Okay. I don't think they're gonna let us out anytime soon. I can see how people would go a little nuts. Uh-oh.
Guilty as charged.
Oh! It's time for us to liberate your bedroom.
Thank you. Please do.
We saw this cell according to the way your bedroom looks.
If you can have a bedroom that feels like a prison cell, maybe you could have a prison cell that feels more like a bedroom.
Our design wardens are out to prove that even a tiny bedroom can become a boudoir if properly accessorised.
Come on. Time in for good behaviour.
Okay. Chaps, follow us around. We've made a few key changes.
In you go.
What do you think?
Well,
Much nicer.
it's pretty nice.
I mean, guys, I mean, it's still a prison cell, okay, you know, because we couldn't decorate this, but we did try and add some colours, you know, that were a bit more calming. You know, these beautiful kind of like natural tones of green are very rewarding.
Something like a cabinet in the corner with dark timber finishes or a richly dramatic screen. All of those things are the visual layers that will bring your scheme to life. And then it could be something as simple as a couple of candles twinkling away elegantly.
Exactly. I mean, look, the mosquito net, it softens the edges, you know, of a really square box.
And another way to create a really tranquil oasis is with a little bit of photosynthesis. Now, that's a very posh way of saying plants oxygenating and purifying the air.
I'm not sure about the plants surviving more than a day in our house, but I think we've started to learn our lesson.
Okay. Angie?
Yeah, I think it can only get better than what it was.
Gorgeous. Let's take you back to your real bedroom.
Baby, don't make us leave you in here for another 2 hours.
Hey, come on, chaps, let's be having you.
It just shows you that with just a couple of accessories and a good choice of colors, and you can make a big impact in a small space. So.
I learned that the green actually looks pretty good with wood next to it. What do you think of that?
No.
She's still
they
not
want
ready.
me to be optimistic, but still not having any idea.
Hello, officer! Hey! Officer!
The day before Angie and Carson's contemporary casual home is revealed, and a number of reinvented pieces are coming out from under wraps. With its paint job complete, the credenza looks like it's straight from the factory. And in the bedroom, the headboard has been given the same faux teak finish as the baseboards to pull together the boyish Balinese look. While the old beige sofas have arrived back from the upholsterers with new covers. But not everyone's joining in the flurry of activity.
What are you guys doing here?
We're done.
You better be done.
Better be done, eh? What you gonna do?
But while the crew can take a break, Colin and Justin have a very serious matter to see to.
Well, it's dress day, which means that we're putting the finishing touches to our fabulous design. But are we actually simply icing a cake that Angie actually hates?
I mean it, come on. How can anyone not like the idea of casual, contemporary glamour? Morning!
Hey, guys.
Hello, meanwhile. Cheryl!
Cheryl?
Where are you?
guys
Where is that Cheryl?
I'm
Cheryl.
right here.
Darling?
Sorry, baby. I get very nervous when you're not near me.
Baby,
Let me give you a lovely girl boy hug. Do you know, this is a basic big box kitchen given a lick of paint, and now it's in disguise as a hand-built extravaganza. Right, let's go through here. Kitchen's looking amazing, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Living room. What an incredible transformation in here as well. Wow.
Nice?
This is just dynamite, and the floors worked out really well. Blimey! We bought that second-hand for $480.
And look at that, all
Painted,
white,
new hardware. It's perfect here.
Wait,
Bedroom?
Yes.
Show me the bedroom, honey.
Let's get...
Gorgeous faux finish.
Oh, come on. Gorgeous faux finish. Look, even the ugliest louver door looks fantastic. This is gorgeous.
Really fantastic.
Come on. Look, this is what we promised them. It's an oasis. It's calming. It's got personality. This is gorgeous.
It's absolutely on the money.
Off
Right,
you go.
chaps, let's be having you. Now, we've got some fabulous news. I hope you're not too attached to your T-shirts, because from now on in, we're about to dispatch you, which means when you come back, the tragically unhip have been made seriously hip, which means that you can come back in your own clothes.
You know, and the good news is that we are so on track, my lovelies, that I guarantee that when you come back here first thing tomorrow, we can give you your house back.
For now, it was nice, but it's over, and we'll see you anon. Off you go,
Off
chaps.
you pop then.
Stay
Parting
fabulous.
is such sweet sorrow.
What a nice couple.
Now, when you're ordering your curtaining fabric, it's worth ordering a few extra meters because it's going to give you so much flexibility in the long run. We've got our beautiful drapes on the front window there, and because we ordered some extra fabric, it means we can dress our dining chairs in these wonderful runners and enjoy the luxury of a few throw pillows for the sofa as well.
Aha! Now, just because your room doesn't have a fireplace doesn't mean to say that it can't have a focal point. This is classic home heist problem solving. Television positioned centre stage, a gorgeous credenza. All of a sudden, we've got something that takes your eye as soon as you get into the room. And I think that looks every bit as good as a standard oldie-worldy fireplace.
Now, you want to create a perfect, relaxing oasis in your bedroom at home? Well, get the lighting right. In here, It's very low level, but very controllable as well. The overhead lamp is wonderfully encased in this shade, and we fitted a dimmer switch so we can control how much or how little light we want in this space. And the final finishing touch doesn't get much better than some candles.
Wow, another fantastic kitchen. Who knew a big box basic with a lick of paint to completely individualise it? Now, the key aspect for me in this kitchen is storage. Over here, somewhere brilliant to stash plates, and then somewhere nice for all the little sippy cups and the toys and all the things that previously dominated the kitchen.
You know, just how much cloakroom space does the average family need? Cast your mind back. We've taken the walls out to give us a great footprint for our open concept kitchen, but we haven't forgotten about storage. Oh no, we've ticked a box because our closet is here, perfectly integrated into our wonderful hand-painted kitchen.
I'm very excited, nervous. I'm just hoping I don't burst into an ugly cry.
Ah, the humble floating shelf, a staple of designers across the globe. But I'll tell you what, guys, on Home Heist, we like to show you ways of using things that you know, but using them differently. So, look at the assembled evidence. 4 floating shelves, gorgeous. However, how much more exciting does it become if we take a 5th shelf, chop it into sections, insert between each of the shelves, and then paint it a colour pocket to take the colour scheme from our kitchen directly into here and give us an individual tailored bespoke custom look that nobody else will have.
Oh, in the closet once more. Fantastic. Now, in the wonderful world of Home Heist, even the humble Louvre door is reborn thanks to an incredible paint effect. We've then picked up the paint effect onto the coving, and if you look cannily at that, you can see we've actually cheated. There's a piece of timber at the bottom. Hey presto, jumbo coving without the jumbo price. House ready, bush check.
Done, tie arranged
Colin,
perfectly,
Justin.
all looking... Hold on. Ah!
Meanwhile, these two don't even match this morning.
I'm liking what
Don't
you've
need
done.
a flower, darling. Look
Guys,
at
good
you.
to
You
see them.
scrub up
I'm
a
going
treat.
for a full boil. I'm
Mwah.
going hug Carson.
How are you?
And
Carson. Hey, ho ho. Hey, ho ho.
Now, guys, listen. Several days, a whole load of stress, and a whole load of work, and your house has undergone some serious surgery. How are you feeling at the moment?
We're pretty anxious to see what you crazy people have done in there, but I have faith.
Let's put you out of your misery. You ready? Come on.
Yes,
Come on.
Angie and Carson, your new
My goodness.
Oh
That
my
is
goodness.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Now, do you remember what it was like before?
Yes, it was tiny and horrible.
You were living in a kiddie kitchen, toys everywhere. Now it's friendly, it's family good. We've got a cupboard over there which is dedicated specifically to your little boys, to kids' plates, to toys. It's all in there.
That's great.
Darling, you now have a double-banked dishwasher, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Pots and pans in the top, okay? Then you put your Crocs in the bottom. You've got a gorgeous
Nice.
new stainless steel sink.
Wow.
Wonderful range.
You know, how does it feel when you walk straight in? Come on, think first impressions on
It's
Carson.
fantastic. The floors, too, we didn't see it all the way finished, and it just pops
They look
right out.
amazing.
Come on, Angie. The floor was
They
one of
look
your
amazing.
things.
Yeah, you know, I was worried about how they would match with the color of the cabinets, but they look fantastic.
Fantastic. So a good starting point.
Amazing. I'm stunned. It doesn't feel like home yet, but it's going to be incredible.
Wait till you see your living room, love.
In you go.
Oh my
goodness.
goodness. Wow. We have suddenly grown up a lot.
Yes, we have. I didn't think I liked the color when we saw the backs of the cabinets originally, but it's gorgeous.
It's fantastic.
And again, we've tried to think about your little fellas. It might seem bonkers that we have pale covers on the sofas, but they're machine washable. So if they spill something, you whip them off, you sling them in the machine, and you're done. Shall we have a look at your dining room?
Yes.
This is Mark II dining for the Bowie family.
I mean, Team Bowie, of course, were instrumental in taking down that wall. You know, family and friends all came round to give us a hand, and it was so worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It looks massive.
That's the
love
thing,
it.
when you look at the eye line from one end of the room to the other end of the room, you really see it.
It's
Awesome so
incredible.
What's going through your head when you think about it?
Right now, I'm just thinking back to what we said originally with that he's so modern and I like kind of shabby chic, and we had no idea how to get both those looks combined, and this is it. It's perfect. It's exactly the way to meld our two styles.
So what do you think, Justin? Should we quit while we're ahead, or should we take them to the most controversial room in the transformation?
Yeah, the one that Angie wasn't sure of. I'm going to ask Carson, because you know better than anybody. What do you think your missus is going to think?
I think she's going to love it. And I think if she has any ideas about changing the color of that wood, we're going to have problems.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
I'm still loving it.
I was sadly mistaken, I fear.
What do you mean, sadly mistaken?
It looks amazing. Yeah, you know, I really thought I might kind of like it okay. And I would just pretend to love it, but it's amazing.
It is gorgeous.
What's great is that you were totally honest, but you had an element of faith, and thankfully it's paid off.
Yeah, I trust you guys, so.
Good. Well, I'm glad you trust us, because that can only mean that you've been repaired in design terms, which means that we can give you back your house keys and say, another home happily heisted. Angie and Carson, what can we say?
Baby, let me at you.
Pleasure. Come to mum.
Hey, Babu.
You boys. Enjoy it, Carson.
Princess Angie.
Take care.
Gorgeous girl.
Look after yourself, mate. And look after this missus.
Exactly, and darlings, relax.
And if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. Get that round above his bed. See ya.
Wow, that was wrong. I just didn't see where they were going with it. But now seeing it all put together, I was very wrong because it's gorgeous.
Well, casual, contemporary, Shay, Carson, and Angie. She loves it shabby chic, but he's all about the modern minimal. We've given them the perfect match made in heaven.
No more kiddie kitchen, thanks to a great new floor plan, some wonderful hand-painted cabinets, and of course, black granite surface.
And now our doubting Thomasina Angie finally can see the wood for the trees in the bedroom. She likes it. Thank goodness for that. No more prison cell living for that pair. Only one thing left to do. It is time to roll out the rug.
Oh, fabulous.